What's good? We back. It's the Box Clinic of more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfellow about to hop right into it. About to drop 3 straight boxing videos and ain't really been active today, other than the Broner press conference. But Gervonta Tank Davis said something today, which I'm going to quote. He said, "I didn't know Floyd Mayweather conquered the top rank. As of right now, I don't believe that it's a smart decision in the future. It could be a big fight. It will be a little rush." Talking about Vasyl Lomachenko as a potential opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis. That was Davis' quote on that, I guess, today at the press conference. It came across my screen. And, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. He said he sold out a lot of tickets and packed the house, but he's the opening televised card. He's the opening televised portion of the card versus Vasyl Cellular, whatever the dude's name. I was saying it right yesterday, But yeah, you see, Tank seems really, really humble when he gets on camera because it seems like he can't articulate, like, he's a little camera shy, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, when fighters start talking about, stuff is being rushed and building it up, and yeah, now you got to come in boxing with a business mind. I definitely agree with Tank on that. You got to come with a business mind. At the end of the day, it's about $1. One punch can end your career. One bad performance can drop your money a lot. So you got to look at it from a business decision as a fighter. So I don't knock him for that. I really don't. But at the end of the day, if that's what they choose to do with you, you got to put your big boy trunks on and put your gloves on and fight. And I think he has the skill set to do well versus Lomachenko. I really do. I do believe in the kid. He gets ahead of himself. But guess what? People that's 23, 24 years old, we all make mistakes. A lot of people want to act like when you hear a teenager or a kid or a young adult make a mistake at that age, and they act like they didn't make mistakes at that age. The only difference is his is publicized. He's 23, 24 with a lot of money. A lot of you dudes would have been coked out or strung out on heroin back in the day in the corner and stressing and crying in rehab. This dude is maintaining. He's boxing. Do I agree with a lot of things that he's done as far as his career? No. But at the end of the day, you got to live and you learn. He knows what's best for Tank. And, hopefully he can mend relationships with Floyd Mayweather. I think he may be beyond mending all the subliminal shots that he threw out there. And you can't bite the hand that feeds you and the hand that's contractually feeding you as well. But, he right about the Lomachenko fight, something they can build up. But guess what? I'm not with building fights up no more. You can build it up as much as you want to with Lomachenko. He ain't going to be this big pay-per-view star the Top Rank want him to be. He's not. None of these guys are going to be big pay-per-view stars fighting once and twice a year and fighting subpar competition. How did Pacquiao do it? He moved up, whooped ass, moved up, whooped ass, moved up, whooped ass. After a while, he moved up so far that people was like, damn, he moving up and whooping bigger guys' ass. And people took notice. Floyd Mayweather, he moved up, whooped ass, moved up, whooped ass. He fought on a consistent basis, got to the point where he didn't have to, but still, he became a household name. And he become a household name by doing things extraordinary and fighting on a consistent basis, and that's not what these fighters are doing. Tank should be fighting 3-4 times a year, as young as he is. And it's a division that he clearly can unify in. Lomachenko's not going to come back down and defend that 130-pound belt. He's talking about that. He said he wants to win her Billy Dibbs and Tevin Farmer for the IBF strap. I understand that. Yeah, that's the division that he should, if he can make the weight, he should be the undisputed in. Hardest fight for him is probably Miguel Burchett. And whoever gets the WBO title belt once Lomachenko, vacates officially. I mean, in that rank, he should whoop anybody in that rank. He should whoop Tevin or Billy Dibbs. They can tag team. He can whoop both of them. Albert Machado's a little green. Obviously, I heard Tank is fighting for the Super WBA title, so I guess Albert Machado is getting, downgraded or degraded to the regular WBA champ. So that's one belt he got. Burchett is solid, but I believe he can beat Burchett. Obviously, he beat the fuck out of Tevin Farmer, Billy Dibbs on the same night. They could tag team. And I believe, whoever hosts the WBO, Lomachenko drops it. He should become undisputed. That should be the aim. But he got to get on the same accord with his promoter. But at the end of the day, his comments about Tank don't sound like somebody, comments about Lomachenko don't sound like somebody that's like super confident. But at the end of the day, it's about $1. And you got to think that way. But if Floyd trying to set you up, either you're going to be on the shelf or guess what? You're going to fight Lomachenko. That's what he wants you to do. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. I rock with Tank. It's just some of the things that he doing or saying I don't like and doing. As far as training with Broner and all that, I don't agree with that. It was the same people, Kevin Cunningham and Broner, that was talking shit by you, and all of a sudden you just mend fences. Like I said, you crossed me, you lost me, man. That's my motto. When I turn in my late 20s, man, 27, 28, I learned, man. You know, once a motherfucker cross you, he show you your hand, that's always going to be embedded in his DNA being the fuck nigga, you know. So, you know, once you cross me, lost me, blood or not blood, bro, I can't fuck with you. But Tank, you know, I know it's easy for guys to mend fences. And, you know, I know Tank and Broner, that was like a mentorship. But, you know, I wasn't happy. But that's his career. You know, like I said, there's no telling if 99.9% of us out there had the money in the position he was in. A lot of you motherfuckers be think you hot shit as well, think you on top of the world. So he living, he learning, as long as he maturing and learning from his mistakes and continue to get better and make the weight and look explosive, I'm still gonna rock with Tank. Do I get constructive criticism? Do I go off on him? Yeah, I'm supposed to. You know, I can't just be a biased fanboy channel. That's just not what this is. I just keep it 100, a buck. And a lot of people can't, you know, they can't swallow that. They can't handle that. They can't handle that we keep it a buck. But as far as the Lomachenko comments, don't sound like nobody that's really rushing to fight Lomachenko. But he want to build it up. I'm all fine for it. They fighting in 2 different weight classes. Basically, he being set up for, you know, getting out of line and not being uniform in what, you know, Mayweather Promotions want him to do and speaking his mind and telling people that he ain't happy. And basically, that's pretty much keeping, you know, top sounding away from Mayweather Promotions. But what Tank doing, but, you know, it is what it is. Tank got to pay the piper at one point. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We gone.